Hey everyone, this is Mike with Real Dead, and today I got to get some things off my chest. Just came back from trying to watch Smile 2, and there was three of us that went to the movie theater. Two stayed to the end, and one left. I got to get this off my chest. This is a Smile 2, or more importantly, a movie theater in 2024 rant. All right, everyone. Again, Mike here with Real Dead. And hey, I don't know if a lot of you know this or not, but hey, I'm 53 years old. I actually started in the movie theater in my late teens while still in high school and managed a movie theater, worked my way up, did the whole popcorn box office usher thing, worked my way up, became an assistant manager, then became a manager of a movie theater. So I have some experience now. It was 35 years ago and 30 to 35 years ago. But I've noticed a huge change in movie theaters. And listen, even back then, 30, 35 years ago, we had issues and we had to go and tell people to be quiet and this, that, and the other. But my family just spent $50 to go see Smile 2. By the time you paid the tickets to get in, the popcorn, the drinks, and whatever, we actually got in pretty cheap for $50. A lot of times we just got two drinks. I got a beer and a drink. Usually we get popcorn, candy, and all this other stuff, and it could be 75 to $100 dropped if you're not careful with it. But today we went in the movie theater and tried to watch the movie, and I just got to get this off my chest. A lot of people are talking about, because of COVID, movie theaters are going to go down. They're not going to survive, and hey, they're closing all over the place. We know years ago the drive-ins closed, or most of them have closed. A lot of the movie theaters now are like 99-cent places, and there are some big ones throughout as well. But let me tell you some things and why I think movie theaters are really struggling, because some of these same issues happened 35 years ago, but nowadays you can stream something within a short period of time, and even some people are getting things illegally earlier, and they're avoiding the theater altogether. But most of the time when we go see a movie, it's going to see a horror movie. And a lot of times there's not a lot of people in the theater. Tonight there was quite a few in there, probably 30 people, 40. That's not a lot. I mean, I remember back when I was a teenager, I mean, we had two theaters that held 350. It'd be sold out when movies came out. Sometimes it'd be, a theater had 270 or 150. They would be sold out. I haven't seen that in a movie theater in forever. But let me tell you about my situation. So I was really hyped up to see Smile 2. It's getting good reviews on Rotten. Josh and Michelle, a co-host here, him and his wife went and saw it yesterday. Really liked the movie. I have not listened to the spoiler part of it, but I will now. But I only made it about 2/3 to 3/4 away through the movie, and it got so bad in the movie theater, I had to get up. I said something out loud first, not too bad, and I walked out of the theater. I told my wife, I said, I will wait in the car for you guys to finish watching this. I walked out. I went up to the nice gentleman that originally had looked at our tickets when we came in and said, listen, man. And I just told the guy earlier how I used to be he worked at a movie theater, and I love the movie theaters. It's kind of in my blood. And I said, man, I said, that movie theater, and I listed all the things that were going on in there. And I said, I can't even finish watching the movie. I said, I got to go out and sit in my car and wait with my family. I say, or I'm going to say something I shouldn't say. So let me tell you about some of the things I ran into, and let me know in the comments here. Hey, have you had these same problems too? Or am I just the old man yelling at the clouds here like many people do? But hey, I pay hard earned money. I want to be able to go in there and watch a movie with my family, right? So number one, um, cell phones. Cell phones were going off the whole time. They put the commercials up ahead of time saying, hey, cut your cell phones off, take the volume all the way down, turn it upside down, or do something. There was a couple behind us, had a ringtone on the phone. It was going off all the time. They had quite a few kids. There was probably 7 or 8 kids. I'm sure they're not all theirs, came with them. They were sitting in a different part of the movie theater. They were laughing and giggling in a horror movie, which was, it wasn't a time to laugh in it. They were going up and down the stairs the whole movie, going out, going to the bathroom, texting, whatever they're doing, looking at their cell phones as they walked out. You could hear them talking around the backside of the ramp coming into the movie theater. One lady, before the movie started, or right when it started, another lady said, "Oh, am I sitting in your seat?" So, in other words, she was not sitting in the right seat to start with. So, let me tell you something here. If you're a movie theater manager, and I'm going to send this to a movie theater manager and just let them know, back 35 years ago, we had problems with people tearing their ticket in half and handing it to somebody else, going down to the front of the theater door, open the theater door up, give them the other part of the ticket, and then let them come around and they would look at it and come on in. It was hard to catch that back then. We had to have somebody in the movie theater making sure nobody was propping the door open for people to come in the movie theater. Nowadays, with technology at the movie theater I go to, they don't even scan the barcode on your ticket that you get if you order them online. So you used to have to stick it underneath something that scanned it and you went on. They told you what theater you go to. They don't even do that now. So I personally feel like what's happening is you take a photocopy of, Photoshop screenshot of your ticket. They're sending it to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people. I'm gonna tell you right now, that family of 8 or 9, 10 that was with them, only 2 or 3 of them, I'm sure, bought a ticket. They were sitting wherever they wanted to in the very top of the theater. And I heard the parents saying, "Well, come on down here and sit here then. Come on down here and sit here." So there ain't nobody buying all them tickets. So the movie theaters, you're losing money there. You need to tighten up on that. The talking was outrageous. The cell phones going off was outrageous. Then there was a guy started snoring in the movie. Now, Smile 2, I'll leave that up to you if you like it or not. Some people think it's one of the better movies this year. I personally, for what little bit I saw, 2/3 of it, I didn't think it was. But this guy was snoring so loud, I intentionally said out loud, "You got to be kidding me. The guy is snoring." And then people started laughing. The guy kept snoring. That was it for me. That, and then right after that, the phone went off again, ringtone out loud. I finally told my family, I said, "Listen, I'm gonna go wait in the car for you. I got to leave here. I'm going to say something." Or I just about went off and pulled a Karen in the theater, whatever you call the male Karen version of that, on the whole crowd because they were acting a fool. And probably 10 or 12 were acting out of the 30, 40 worse than anybody. So going back, I told the guy when I left, I said, "Listen, man," I said, "I can't even finish watching that movie." I said, "There's a guy in there snoring so loud, I can't hear what they're saying." I said, "Kids have been going up and down in and out of the theater, talking on their cell phones the whole time, and the ringtones are going off in there the whole time." So, what incentive is there? Now, this happened about a year ago, year and a half ago when Talk to Me came out, and it was some teenagers. They were. I don't think they were 16. They were younger than that. It may have been a PG-13. I can't remember. They did that, and I about walked out. My wife talked me into staying, and it did get better. Now in that situation, I went out and told Usher. They came back in. Now, when I told this gentleman up front, I will say this: when my wife came to the car, she said, "What did you say to him?" I told her exactly what I told y'all. She said 2 guys came in that were ushers and stood out the front. And I said, "Well, did it get better?" She said, "No." The guy was still snoring. Nobody ever went and tapped him on the shoulder and said, "Hey, dude, wake up." They were still talking on their cell phones. They were still going off, but they stood down at the front. So now what they went and told somebody, I don't know. But hey, back in the old days, you used to come in every 15 to 20 minutes. You went down to the front, you checked the doors, make sure they could open up in case there was a fire, that nothing was blocking them. I can't remember the last time I've seen people walk in the theater and check a movie theater ushers. Maybe that's a thing of the past. You also walked up and down, made sure people didn't have their feet up on the seats in front of them. This is a theater that's got a reclining seat, so that's usually not an issue anymore. But just making sure they were not, acting up, sneaking food in, doing different things. It's like nobody cares anymore. So what is the incentive for me to go to a movie theater? when it can come out in a couple months and you can stream it. What I mean, there is some major issues in movie theaters nowadays. I'm getting this off my chest because I need to. I'm going crazy. I'm paid harder money to see this, and they piss me off. All right. So tell me what else has happened to you in the movie theater recently. I'm glad I got this off my chest. I feel much better now. Maybe this won't happen again for another year and a half. I hope so. Um, I had to get out of that movie theater because I was going to go off on somebody, and I did not want to do that in front of my family or a house, 30, 40 people in a movie theater. But not mention the movie theater. I will send them an email tomorrow once I calm down and let them know what happened. And also, I'm going to provide a link to this video so that they can check it out and hear. That's my smile to rant or hashtag movie rage about current movie theaters. Yikes.